Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This your daily go getimism number 478 for January 24th, 2016. Alright, so tonight we're gonna talk about this snow a little bit. Not a lot. But we're gonna really talk about, what we can do in order to get some snow removal. You know, you know, being as though this was the first major snow. It was actually the first snow. No, we had a couple of flakes, maybe a week or two ago, but it didn't. There was no accumulation or anything like that. But so this was the first blizzard of the year, definitely the first major storm of the year, and people hunkered down, went to the supermarkets and all of that, and bought all this food and all of that. And we knew that after the snow finally stopped, that we were going to have to shovel our walks and dig ourselves out. So the time came. Now some of us don't really want to shovel, or don't know how to shovel very well, or we may have health constraints that will keep us from being able to do the job effectively. So we have to hire somebody to do it. Now I want to talk about two things when it comes to this, because we have two options if you don't want to, if you're not a do-it-yourselfer when it comes to snow removal. You can either pay one of your local drug addicts to do it, or you can take the other option and find one of these kids out here that are able-bodied and ambitious, and get them to remove the snow for you. Get them to dig you out. And I think it's interesting because lately a lot of people have been complaining about how kids nowadays aren't as ambitious as they used to be. They aren't as enterprising as they used to be. Back when we was growing up, kids looked forward to the snow. Not only would we play in the snow, but we would go shovel people's walks and make money. Well, kids nowadays still do it. They may not do it on the same level as we did it when we was growing up, because we really wanted that money back then. But here's the difference between how we felt about enterprising endeavors back in the day than we do nowadays. See, back in the day, our parents didn't make it an option for us to shovel our walkways, cut our grass, things like that. Like, no, you're going to do this. It wasn't no, chilling in the crib, doing whatever you want, being on the computer or playing video games all day. Whether it was in the summertime and you had to help your mom with her garden, or whether it was the wintertime with the snow and you had to shovel those walks. So it was an understood thing in every household that kids didn't get a chance to be lazy in that regard. There were chores that had to be done, and once the chores were done, you could do all of the other fun stuff that you wanted to do, which was like going to the movies or going to the arcades and things like that. But the other kids, the older kids that came before us, we witnessed them doing enterprising things. We witnessed them shoveling snow and making money. We witnessed them being, going down to the supermarket and helping people with their bags to their cars and making money that way. We witnessed them doing these kind of things. Lemonade stands, selling candy, whatever it was to make a couple of dollars on your own. We witnessed our older kids, whether they were our siblings or cousins or just friends that lived around the way, we witnessed them doing things to make money. So we took notice to those things, and then we knew that we had the potential to do the same thing, so we did them. Nowadays, we don't have those examples. And I blame the parents nowadays. A lot of parents nowadays do not want their kids to work. I think that's awfully strange. Why wouldn't you want your kids to work? I'm not saying that you have to break any of the child labor laws, but why wouldn't you want your child to understand responsibility? Why wouldn't you want them to understand the principles and the value of a disciplined lifestyle? Getting up at a certain time, performing certain tasks, and getting to bed at a certain time. After the day is done and all of those things are done. But who wouldn't want? How can that be a bad thing? I understand that we want our children to focus on academics, but as we can see in today's society, academics alone are just not going to put you over the top. They're not going to be able to afford you a decent living anymore. So we have to do other things that will ensure that we can pay our bills and go on vacations and take care of our children and put a little money aside and be okay. And it all starts when we're younger. So our generation, anybody over 30 years old who has children that doesn't give them some type of work to do, I mean, we have to blame ourselves when we see children, walk right by us when we're in some type of trouble. Like let's say we have a flat tire, or our battery dies or something like that, or our car won't turn over, and it breaks down at a traffic light or something like that, and they won't help push. They haven't been shown to do that, and we have to make sure that we are the ones who show them to do it. It's as simple as that. Because if you don't do it, then the streets show your kids how to make a couple of dollars, and you know what that's about. So if you don't want your kids on the corner selling drugs and acting wild, give them something legal that they can do, that they know that they can make a couple of dollars from. Now, when it comes to the snow removal thing, yeah, I don't see a bunch of kids with shoulders. I mean, with shovels on over their shoulders, going door to door, making sure that they're making that money, because the parents have not taught them to do that. Really, we should be buying our kids the shovels and tell them to get busy. You go make some money, because all that money is theirs. So they like video games. What's wrong with having the money to buy the video games? There's nothing like the feeling as a young person of having your own money. There's nothing like it. Nothing. Now, I mean, back to those drug addicts. Sure, you can pay them to clean off your car and shovel your walk, or landscaping duties during the summertime or whatever. But you can also switch between the two. Put these teenagers to work. Put them. You know what? Don't even look at it like putting them to work. How about putting them to good use? Give them something that they can take with them. Give them that fishing pole instead of the fish. You know what I'm saying? Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And like I said, it all starts with the parents. If your parents made you get out there and bust your ass a little bit in order to make some money, and you turned that into a lifetime of busting your ass and getting money, why wouldn't you pass that down to your children? I mean, you don't have to be all extreme with it. Like I said, you don't have to break any child labor laws or whatever. But there's nothing wrong with instilling a sense of discipline and responsibility in your children, because it will help them out in school, and they will be able to achieve the academic standards that are higher when they have discipline. And make sure, this is one thing I don't want to forget to mention. Make sure that you are feeding your children the right kind of food. If you are feeding them a lot of starch and a lot of sugar and all of that, that is going to have a very adverse effect on their concentration. I'm just going to leave it like that. But it's true. It's true. You have to put the right things in order to get the right things coming out. Alright? So I'm going to holler at y'all. And don't forget about the Take the Fall event this Saturday. I'm going to keep y'all posted as far as exactly how we're going to handle this. But it will get handled, and we will be alright. Alright? Peace!